Tonight's top headlines. Bank's regional headquarters in Kuching brings financial solutions accessibility. New airport not a waste but a bridge to international markets. 94 IKMAS graduates celebrated at 21st Convocation ceremony. The opening of Bank's regional headquarters here is set to bring more accessible and efficient financial solutions to communities in and around Kuching. Speaking at the official opening of Bank's new branch at Hikmah Exchange on Tuesday, Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg said the new regional headquarters would serve as a hub for financial growth, enabling businesses in Kuching to access expertise locally without the need to look elsewhere.
Reach is also international. Its collaboration with MUFG Bank, Malaysia, the fifth largest bank in Asia, opens new frontiers in Islamic finance, green finance, and digital transformation. For Sarawak, this is a gateway that gives our exporters, investors and entrepreneurs direct access to global markets, enabling us to compete regionally and globally.
Commenting further, Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari said Bank's first international credit rating of A3 from Moody's rating reflected strong confidence in the bank and paved the way for more competitive financing opportunities.
At the same time, its new Borneo card, launched here in East Malaysia, provides flexible financial solutions, rewards and promotion that serve the community while reinforcing Bank's commitment to industry.
He added that the launch of the Borneo card, held in conjunction with the opening of the new branch, positioned Bank to play a stronger role in supporting the local economy while also driving future economic growth. Meanwhile, the proposed new Kuching International Airport is not a waste of resources, but rather a bridge that will connect Sarawak to international markets. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg said, although the project could cost around 10 billion ringgit, Sarawak needs its own air connectivity as the region is located on an island.
Some people say, apa guna buat ini airport? It may cost about 10 billion ringgit. But we cannot deny the fact that Borneo, Sarawak is on an island. You need the bridge, and that bridge is Air Borneo. We have to have access to the world market, and for a start, we will convert the ATR.
He added that stronger air connectivity is crucial, especially as Sarawakians are already exporting agricultural produce to neighbouring markets such as Singapore and Brunei.
Last weekend, I was officiating our Agro Fest. There is this Malay lady, entrepreneur, selling terong dayak, and also to Brunei and Singapore, meaning she is boleh tahan lah in terms of selling our agricultural product. With that in mind, the future is there.
He was responding to questions raised by some parties on the rationale of building a new international airport when the state already has one in operation. A total of 94 graduates of the Institute Kemahiran Islam Malaysia Sarawak IKMAS were celebrated at the 21st IKMAS Convocation ceremony held at the Dewan Complex Islam Sarawak on Tuesday. The historic ceremony was officiated by the Sarawak Governor Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar, accompanied by his wife Tuan Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi. Of the graduates, 65 received diplomas in Dakwah Islamiyah, 6 received diplomas in Tahfiz Al-Quran and Al-Qira'at, while 23 others received the Sijil Pengajian Islam. Various special awards were also presented to outstanding graduates, including the Institut Kemahiran Islam Malaysia Sarawak Award, the Majlis Islam Sarawak Award, the Jakim Director General Award, and the Minister in the Prime Minister's Department Religious Affairs Award. The ceremony began with the entrance procession of the guests of honor and graduates, the singing of the Ibu Pertiwiku, recitation of the holy verses of the Quran, and the declaration of the opening of the ceremony. The IKMAS Convocation ceremony became a symbol of the institution's excellence in producing skilled personnel based on Islamic knowledge, in line with efforts to strengthen human capital development in Sarawak. An 500 million ringgit financing facility signed between Affin Bank Berhad and Credit Guarantee Corporation Malaysia Berhad CGC has placed focus on micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs and mid-cap companies MTC in Sabah and Sarawak, despite being national in nature. President and Chief Executive Officer CEO of Affin Bank Berhad, Datuk Wan Razli Abdullah said, Affin is aware of the potential in Sabah and Sarawak, given that both states have not developed as rapidly as in Peninsular Malaysia.
From our portfolio, we see strong growth in Sarawak in particular, mostly growing on average about 50% growth in business or loans year on year. We take that as a positive sign that Sarawak is on a strong growth path going forward with all the development plans by the Sarawak government and followed closely by Sabah as well, with its plans for tourism and to support the economic growth of Sabah.
Meanwhile, CGC President and CEO Datuk Muhammad Zamri Muhammad Isha added that this initiative will continue for 5 years with an increase in capital if there is a strong response from the MSMEs and mid-tier companies. He explained that CGC and Affin Bank have agreed in principle that 300 million ringgit of this will be channeled to MTCs and established MSMEs through the BizJamin scheme, while 50 million ringgit will be allocated to startups through the BizDana scheme, specific focus schemes, low carbon transition facilities, and the PG Visa business card.
Again, these are just broad guidelines. We will adjust accordingly as to meet the needs of the SMEs that we serve.
Therefore, he called on any MSMEs and mid-tier company owners to come to Affin and CGC branches to conduct an assessment of their creditworthiness. Earlier, the MOU was signed by the President and CEO of Affin Group, Datuk Wan Razli Abdullah, Chief Executive Officer of Affin Islamic Bank Berhad, Datuk Paduka Syed Mashafuddin Syed Badaruddin and Datuk Muhammad Zamri Muhammad Ishak. The project to upgrade Jalan Ling Cheng, one of the main routes in the northern part of Cebu town, which is often hit by floods, has now begun works to overcome the issue of recurring floods that affect the flow of traffic in the area. Deputy Minister for Public Health, Housing and Local Government, Datuk Michael Tiang Ming Tee, said the project, which cost 3.61 million ringgit, is expected to be completed within 4 months, starting September 18, 2025, and is expected to be completed on January 17, 2026. According to him, the allocation for the project includes special funds from the Sarawak Premier, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari, Tun Datuk Abang Openg, under the Natural Disaster Relief Fund, in addition to additional allocations through the Rural Transformation Program RTP project.
Upgrading work for Ling Cheng, as I promised this year, beginning of the year, February, after how many months? 6 months later, half a year later, we've been trying all kinds of procedures, going through the government, all these procedures we need to follow. And first of all, I would like to thank our Yang Amat Berhormat Premier for giving us the extra fund, the new fund under the natural disaster relief, to upgrade this road. Because as you know, still remember during this year, near Chinese New Year, we're having very serious flood that flooded this road. And this road is very, very important in Palawan, for Nanga, for Bawasan, northern part of Cebu town. And with this road being flooded, it creates a lot of havoc and chaos in other roads.
The Palawan Assemblyman explained that the road upgrading works involve an average height of 750 millimeters along 1 kilometer in both directions, starting from the Jalan Deson Junction to the nearby bridge. Datuk Michael Tiang said that the design of this project also takes into account an effective drainage system so as not to affect nearby residential areas. During the construction period, he said that the Cebu Municipal Council, SMC, will deploy traffic wardens to ensure a controlled traffic flow. And that's the English edition with me, Melinda Peter. More news can be found in our official portal ukas.sarawak.gov.my and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. And that concludes Bulletin UKAS with highlights of the official opening of Affin Bank's Hikmah Exchange branch in Kuching on Tuesday. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.